Welcome to Food.
Hello, my beautiful people. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for always coming back. And to our new subscribers, you're all welcome. On this channel today, we are going to do the best and fluffiest red velvet cakes. If you've been having issues with your red velvet cake, then you don't need to worry because this video has every details you need to do it right. So we are going to start by creaming our butter. Now this is our butter in the bowl. This is margarine, so you can use margarine or butter. So now I love to cream my butter first alone before adding sugar. This is going to help. Like I said, this is secrets that I'm going to share with you guys. This is going to help it become very light and fluffy. So always cream your butter first. So I cream my butter first for about 7 minutes till the color is pale. You notice that it is no longer yellow. It becomes like white creamer color. Then I added my sugar to it. I'm going to drop the ingredients in the description box, so you guys don't need to worry. After you watch, you get the ingredients in the description box. Now I'm using 2 eggs for this, and I'm doing this gradually. It's because this is a video, that's why it's looking like it's very fast. I'm mixing and adding bit by bit. I'm adding the eggs bit by bit, and I'll mix again, I add the egg bit by bit. So that's what I'm just doing. I'm just trying to put in my eggs gradually. I'm not going to rush the egg process. So now I've added the yolks, then I'll add the other yolk to it. Now mixing your cake is very important. If you don't have a hand mix or a stand mix, you can use your hand. You don't need to wait till when you have all this equipment before you do your cakes. Now this is my milk. You guys know that I love to bake with milk, and in this bowl I have 3 kinds of milk. I have my yogurt, I have my condensed milk, and I have my buttermilk. Now if you don't know how to make your buttermilk, I have a video on my channel, a short video that shows how to prepare your homemade buttermilk, where you don't have to worry about there's no buttermilk in Nigeria. You can't get buttermilk in Nigeria, so we prepare our homemade buttermilk here in Nigeria. So I've added all my mix together. The red bowl itself contains my buttermilk. Then I added the condensed milk and the yogurt into my buttermilk. That was what I just did. So I'm still mixing. It is not yet time for my milk yet. Like, you know how I always do when it comes to my butter based cake. I don't joke with it, because butter based cake, if you don't do it well, you end up having a very hard rock cake. So this is my dry ingredients. In my dry ingredients, you know how we do it. I have my baking powder, my baking soda, my salt, and my flour. That is what is in that green bowl. Now I'm adding my red food color. I love to use Excellent Blend. For now, that is what I use. I don't, maybe later in the future I'm going to see another brown that I really love. Now at this point, I added my cocoa powder. What is red velvet cake without cocoa powder? If you are seeing all this red velvet cake that is looking like pepper dem gang, that is shining red, then there's no cocoa powder. Cocoa powder is going to help it dim down the red color, food color, and it's going to give you this very wine horse blood kind of wine color. So now you know how we do it. If you've watched my previous vanilla cake video, my best vanilla cake video, like if you've not tried that vanilla cake, you are sitting on a bicycle, my sister, my brother. So you know how we do it. We alternate our dry ingredients with our wet ingredients. So what we do is we start with dry ingredients and end with dry ingredients. So I've added the dry ingredient first. I'm going to whisk. So now you can see that the whole coloring is coming out. The cocoa powder, the red food color, everything is coming out bright. So that is what you're just going to do. You start, please don't forget, you start with your flour and end with your flour. That is, you start with your dry ingredients and end it with your dry ingredients. After I've whisked it and there is no longer too much flour content on it again, I'm going to pour in my wet ingredients. So that is just what we are doing here. Like I always say, please subscribe to this channel. Subscribe. If you watch and don't subscribe, if I drop another video, you're definitely not going to have access to it. That is how it works. You're not going to have access to it. But once you subscribe, you turn on your notification bell. Anytime I drop another banger video like this one, my dear, you'll be the first to get to know about it. And it's going to help you a lot in your baking, in your cake recipe. It's going to help you change your cake recipe. So you see now, I've cleared out the flour. Like I'm not having too much of it. Now I'm going to put a bit of the liquid ingredients in it. So the liquid ingredients is just our buttermilk, our condensed milk, and our yogurt. Now I'm going to whisk at the same time. Now at this point, I'm whisking at a very low speed. I reduce my hand mixer to the lowest, and I'm mixing gently, not too much. Why am I saying mixing? So I'm mixing it carefully. You don't have to overwork it. If not, you're going to have bubbles, and your cake might actually sink. So when it comes to having flour in your cake, you don't do it too much. Now, you know I love flavors. What is flavor? What is cake without flavors? And I love to combine my flavors. So here I'm having my flavors in it and have mixed together. Now, like I said, I'm going to teach you guys how to do the cheapest greasing method. So I'm just doing my butter and flour. I'm greasing my pan. I'm doing a bento cake, a very small cake, a size 5 cake. So this gave me 2 size 5 cakes and 3 foil cakes. So I'm just I'm just going to grease my pan with enough butter, and I'm going to dust. This is my other pan. I'm going to dust it with flour, and that is basically all. There's no too much drama about it. Just grease with butter and dust with pan. So this is our cakes. We're going to bake it now, and I'm going to show you the end result very soon. So ta-da! This is a baked red velvet cake. It is so yummy and so, when I mean so delicious, I don't know if people might be thinking maybe I'm exaggerating, sorry, but seriously, this is so amazing, so delicious. Thank you so much if you've watched to this extent, to this point. I love you so much. You're the real MVP.